Welcome to a Binx Production. I'm Fred Woods and you're not.
Hi everyone, this is Fred Woods. Math. Let's talk about the problem. After a formal assessment, I asked my students, what are your thoughts about what's on the board? They were looking and looking. I handed out scratch paper, and they were writing numbers down, and they were doing all kinds of work. What I had on the board, it read, if Michael has 4 red donuts and Mari has 9 plain donuts, how many donuts does Javier have? Well, there is no answer to that because there's not enough information. But I had students, they were scribbling, they were writing, they were multiplying, they were dividing, they were adding and subtracting, and they were getting all these different numbers and such. They kept on asking me, is this right? Is this correct? One student wrote, I don't like this question. It just doesn't make any sense. They have some donuts and then they ask how many that Javier has, unless you're supposed to multiply or divide 4 and 9. She was kind of going down that route, but my main goal of that problem, that math problem, was to get students talking. I wanted them to ask questions. I tried asking them questions. What are your thoughts on that? What's going on? Do you have enough information? And they assured me they had enough information to do the math. I did not mention that it was a math problem. They just assumed it was because there were numbers and there were words, and that's what they're conditioned to do. Again, they see these things and they're like, hey, they immediately think they need to do math. Many, they can't comprehend what they're looking at, and they're just going, well, if I don't understand it, but I know that in the past I've done this or that, it just depends on their grade level. They're going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. They're going to look for clues on what to do, but they don't understand the vocabulary, or they don't comprehend of what they're reading. There's this one type of math that I love. It's called cognitively guided instruction math, and that's CGI math. And here's some example problems that sound similar to the insolvable problem that I had before. Michael has 4 red donuts, and his sister Mari just gave him 9 plain donuts. How many donuts does he have now? That is solvable. Okay? He has some, his sister gives him some more, we add them up, and we get an answer. Easy peasy, right? But what if the kids don't understand what they're looking for, the clues? They don't comprehend. So we have a problem. They can do the math, but they can't understand what it's saying there. Let's look at another. Michael ate 4 red donuts, and if there were 9 donuts altogether, how many donuts does he have left to eat? Well, if he started with so many donuts here, there was 9 donuts altogether, that's what he started with, and then he ate 4, well 9 minus 4 is 5, so there we go, he has 5 left over. Here's another one. Michael has some donuts. 4 more appeared. Now there are 9 donuts. How many donuts did he have to begin with? Well, again, we have an end, which is going to be those 9 donuts, and then, but 4 appeared. What did he have to begin with? So 9 minus 4 is 5, so he had 5 donuts to begin with. Looking for those clues, trying to plug it in, and write out that equation. It takes some practice, but most 3rd graders get this. There are many other math problems, and many times it's not the math, but the lack of understanding the vocabulary and reading comprehension that your student needs to do. One of the things that I've noticed is that most of them, they're not able to relate, what's the difference, what do they have left. They're looking for clues of, or even, hey, what's the sum? They don't understand what the vocabulary means, so they're going to have a problem with that. What I encourage you as a parent or a teacher to do is to sit down and say, hey, here's these problems. What other words can we come up with? So we're looking for synonyms or antonyms and such like that so we can compare and contrast. Get them reading. Get them reading not just math, but also going back and learning how to comprehend what they're reading. Part of that could be repeated readings, having them read to you, and then asking questions about their comprehension, about the setting or the characters and such. What we need to do is have a conversation with our children about the content to help guide them to learn that skill of pulling it apart and going, oh, wait a minute, I understand what is needed with this word problem or CGI problem. There you go. Have a great day. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.